I believe you can hear me. Wow. This is. Sorry. This is the first time I'm making a tier list. Wow. So, as they say, there's a first time for everything. And I'm pretty interested. I always wanted to make a tier list. I've seen other content creators do it. And I said to myself, let me just do the most basic and easy to make tier list for content. I mean, who wouldn't want this? Anyway, so I made a tier list for the best movies of all time, as you can see. Best movies ever tier list maker. So they're presented all of our famous movies, great movies, and it's up to me to put them in a category from not seen, which is absolutely logical. If I haven't seen a movie, I can't rate it. Overrated, not bad, great, incredible, and of course, best of all time. This is, I believe, a pretty fair tier list. I hope you can agree with me. I don't know how long this video will be, but I promise you, let's try to make it quality as I give you my opinions on these movies as we put them on the tier list. And you should let me in the comments, do you want more of these kinds of tier lists? Because if you do, we will fucking do them, okay? So without further ado, let's fucking go. So the first movie that is presented to us is 12 Angry Men. So I've never seen 12 Angry Men, so I'll put in this. Okay, easy. Love Actually. Okay, so I know this movie. There's two Love Actuallys. The one of them is pretty not bad, pretty good, pretty standard, and the other one tries to be too melodramatical, too time travel-y, and a bit too confusing and for its own sake. So I would put this movie to the not bad. The movie had soul. Okay, it had soul. It tried to do what's best for the characters. I mean, would I recommend it? I don't think so. But if it's like on the TV or something on television, I say why not? If you don't have any time to waste. Anyway, Apocalypse Now. Ooh, yes, I'm torn. Wait a minute, I'm torn between incredible or best of all time. You know what? Fuck it. Best of all time. I think Apocalypse Now is an absolute masterpiece. Is it my favorite movie of all time? Absolutely not. Is it an absolutely classic and a movie that you would still enjoy today? I would say so. I think it's an amazing movie. Anyway, Back to the Future. Okay, so I have a pretty strange relationship with this movie. Uh, one of my relatives forced me to watch this movie a few times every year, and I just got so bored with it. But I'm not gonna acknowledge these times. I'm gonna acknowledge the first time I watched it. Did I like it? Yes, I think it was a very fun movie. I wouldn't put it in incredible. I would put it on great though. It was a fun experience, and I do think it's a fun movie. Anyway, Blazing Saddles, never seen it. Probably a classic. Don't know, haven't seen it. Casino Royale, okay. I think this is the best James Bond Daniel Craig movie, and I think it's a pretty well, damn good action movie. Is the best James Bond movie? Probably yes. But anyway, this is great in my opinion. Casablanca, never seen it, to be honest, so can't see anything about this. Of course, classic. Everybody's at least heard of it. Dances with Wolves. Okay, this movie, it's the biggest letdown of this movie. It's the length. It's nearly 4 hours, and there is so much filler. It's not necessary. But if you forget about this, if you acknowledge the story, the acting, and the emotional ending, this is a great movie that I recommend. Anyway, Die Hard 3 with a Vengeance. Okay, so there are gonna be a big transitions between genres. Okay, let me just tell you, Die Hard 3. Okay, so I prefer Die Hard 3 to Die Hard 2, but I wouldn't put it into the great. It's not on Dance with Wolves or Back to the Future levels of greatness. So I would put it to not bad, just below here. Okay, I'll put it in not bad. Anyway, the first Die Hard. Yep, great. Classic movie. I mean, great villain, great protagonist, great action scenes, and pretty interesting story. Anyway, I like this movie. Anyway, classic. Dr. Zhivago. Okay, so the movie is directed by David Lean. It stars Omar Sharif and other famous actors, of course, for a time. And the director is the same director of Lawrence of Arabia. And Lawrence of Arabia is one of the greatest movies of all time, and I absolutely love it. Haven't seen it though, so I'm gonna put it here. Man, there's so much movies that I should catch up on. Anyway, Doctor No. This is the Sean Connery James Bond movie. I'm not gonna be surprised if I see a few James Bond movies, but I don't think this is as good as the other one. So I'm gonna put it so not bad. Next to Die Hard. Okay. Doctor Strangelove. Yeah, I would put it to great. It's a very good movie, hilariously done. Although some people may not find it appealing these days, I still think it's a great movie. Fight Club. Listen, I've never seen Fight Club. Believe it or not, I've never seen Fight Club. I know people say it's great and fun, but I never seen it, and when I do, I believe I'll have a good time. But anyway, Fiddler. Never heard of it, never seen it. Moving on. Richer and Poorer. Never heard of it, never seen it. Forrest Gump. Okay. Yep, best of all time. So what should I explain myself? Okay, Tom Hanks absolutely crushed it. Do I think it's his best movie? No. Do I think it's one of his best? Yes. I believe Tom Hanks is a fucking legendary actor. I believe this movie absolutely shows off his acting skills in every single possible way, and the movie is just absolutely beautiful. Robert Zemeckis did an absolutely masterful job, and I believe this should be counted as one of the best movies of all time. Anyway, Gettysburg. Okay, so this movie was weird because I watched Glory, and Glory was about the Civil War. It's a very good movie. As this one is about Civil War too, is I think from the same director, and they're both similar. So that's why I gave Gettysburg a chance, but it wasn't as good as Glory. Let's be honest. So it's a bit too long, but I would give it to the not bad tier list. I don't think it's on the same level as the great. But anyway, The Godfather. Should I even explain myself? Should I even explain myself? The Godfather is a masterpiece of a movie. This movie is, I should describe it as timeless. No matter how many times you watch, no matter when you watch it, this movie is fucking incredible. I think that's all I can say about it. Fucking incredible. Anyway, Goldfinger. I believe that's one of the better James Bond movies. I liked it very much, and I believe that's the best Sean Connery James Bond, so I'll put it in great. It's better than Doctor No in my opinion, but Gone Girl, straight up overrated. Straight up overrated. Gone Girl disappointed me because I was expecting much more. The movie was much slow, very slow to be honest, and very overrated in my opinion. But I guess people have opinions, and after all, this is my opinion. So, Gone with the Wind. I've never seen it, even though I wish to see it. It looks interesting, but I've never even gone to see it. So, Inglourious Bastards. Incredible. Incredible. I would not put it to best of all time, but I believe that's one of the better Tarantino movies. Brad Pitt's one of his better roles, and Christoph Waltz as the Nazi general was fucking amazing. Very good movie overall, and the best part is the ending. If you've seen the ending, you would know what I mean. The ending is fucking hilarious. Anyway, Interstellar. This is tricky. I watched this movie a few years ago, and if I watched it for the first time now, I'll probably put it here. But if I rewatch it, you know what? I'm gonna put it in Incredible. It's really between great and incredible. It's not on the level of Inglourious Basterds, in my opinion, but I still think it's a very well done movie, and I think it's one of Matthew McConaughey's best, to be honest. Jacob's Ladder, great movie. Very dark, very depressing, and probably that's why it's not on the incredible or best of all time. It really just a few a few groups of people would relate to this movie. All of the war veterans that have survived and living with traumas would would relate to, but it's a very dark movie, and I'm not sure if I recommend it to everyone. But what can I say? It's a great movie. Lethal Weapon. I don't. It doesn't say a number. Maybe it includes all the series as a whole. If it does, I'm gonna put it in great. It's not the incredible, but I believe the movies are absolutely a blast. Mel Gibson's Martin Riggs. is fucking incredible, and Danny Glover was fucking amazing. Officer Murtaugh, I believe was his name. They both are an amazing duo, and yeah, such a fun movie. Although it is an action comedy, it tackles some deep and heavy stuff that separates it from other action comedies. But I believe it's little bit shy of incredible, but it's still a great movie. Leon the Professional. I'm not sure between. Okay, incredible. Listen, I wish I could put this movie in best of all time, but there's a couple of letdowns, very little ones, probably like a little bit in the pacing. They included some unnecessary stuff, but if you exclude this, this movie could have been easily in best of all time, but I just put it in incredible. I don't like Jean Reno as an actor. I believe his movies suck absolute dick. I don't think he's a good actor in general. But what he pulled off in Leon the Professional, so did Natalie Portman at such a young age. I believe this is so applaudable, and I believe this movie is absolutely incredible. Anyway, moving on. Life is Beautiful. See, see. It is really between overrated and great. What's the biggest sin of this movie? The biggest sin of this movie is that at the 2000, I believe, 2000, the new millennium Oscars. You know which movies? So this is apparently better than Saving Private Ryan. It's better than most of the amazing movies that came this year. And for that fact, it's a good movie. I would far say it is a great movie, but it's not even close to Saving Private Ryan or the other movies that were nominated that year. So, because of that sin, I'm gonna put this movie into overrated. I'm sorry. I know a girl that is a fan of this movie. She is my age. I know. Uh, but she really likes this movie. But I mean, not so sure about me. I think it's overrated because it ruined other movies, unfortunately, at the Oscars. But anyway, The Matrix. Without a shadow of a doubt, it's a great movie. Great movie. But it's a great movie if you don't count the other great movies. What did I just say? Oh, what did I just say? If you don't count the other Matrix movies, this one is good. It's great. It's fun. It's entertaining. But the other two absolutely ruin it. Don't you agree? The Matrix 2 and the Matrix 3 were absolutely abysmal. The only reason I watched Matrix 2 and Matrix 3 was because of Monica Bellucci's breasts. We all did this, let's not hide it. She was the only reason we watched this movie because she was gorgeous. Anyway, yeah, but if you exclude her, there was some pretty deplorable shit in these movies, especially the last two. But Matrix 1, classic, great movie. Mr. Lintock. Never seen this, never heard of it. Only know is John Wayne. Midnight Run. It's not great. I would put it's not bad. It's one of Robert De Niro's weaker movies, but it's still entertaining enough, to be honest. So, moving on. Mystic River. Incredible movie. Absolutely incredible movie. Sean Penn did an incredible performance. Although, listen to me, although I think that year at the Oscars, Bill Murray should have won for Lost in Translation. Just giving you my opinion. I think he should have won it. But, and at the end, Sean Penn won. But I believe this movie is amazing. Absolutely great performances from the cast. And yeah, whatever I say about this movie, it's not enough. It's a great movie. Just go and watch it. It's directed by Clint Eastwood. And fucking amazing. What should I say? North by Northwest. Never seen it. Heard of it, though. Once Upon a Time in the West. Incredible movie. Absolutely incredible. Especially the harmonica scene. And Henry Fonda's haunting eyes. And James Bronson. I'm not gonna tell you spoilers. It's just an incredible movie. What is this? Let me just see. Piazza Pora Roku. Never heard of it. And I don't think it should be even on the list, but Prisoners. Great movie. Prisoners is such an underrated gem. But I wouldn't, because of the ending is a bit weak. But if you exclude the weakness of the ending, this would be easy and incredible. But I think it's a great movie. Pulp Fiction, best of all time. Absolutely best of all time. Pulp Fiction is one of my favorite movies of all time. This is the best Samuel Jackson movie, in my opinion, although he has very good ones. This is the best Bruce Willis movie. This is the best John Travolta movie. Oh my god, the characters are absolutely amazing. It's so fun, so good, and the level of quality is just unrivaled. But I believe this is truly the best Tarantino movie that he has made. It's really between this and Hateful Eight, but Pulp Fiction is just, I think, the best movie he's ever made. But anyway, moving on, Rear Window, never seen it. Oh no, I think it's Alfred Hitchcock. Red State, I don't know, I never heard of this movie. Anyway, Requiem for a Dream. Great movie. Although I would not recommend it to everyone. If you're struggling with drug addiction, and drug abuse, and rape abuse, you should watch this movie because it's one of the darkest movies I've ever seen. But I would say it's fucking incredible. Anyway, Seven Psychopaths. I should have added a list that said absolutely deplorable and horrible. I can't believe I sat through this movie. I honestly can't believe I actually watched the entire movie. This is truly one of the worst movies of all time. This is I can't even and the director was absolutely incredible. He made movies like In Bruges. And Bruges is one of my favorite movies of all time. And that's the only reason I watched Martin McDonagh, I believe. He directed I believe three billboards outside Ebbing, Missouri, and In Bruges. I believe that's the two films that I absolutely loved by him. Although this one was an absolute letdown and one of the worst movies I've ever seen. Seven Psychopaths, absolutely horrible. I don't even know why it's even on the list. Anyway, never heard of this movie. Sentova? I can't even read it. It's never heard of it. Yeah. Shawshank Redemption, best of all time. Should I explain myself if you watched it? Absolutely not. It's an incredible movie. It's about hope, it's about never giving up, and it shows how really cruel the real world is, what it can do to you, and what it does to you. What people it's fucking fucking possesses on its soil. Shawshank Redemption is an absolute incredible movie that I cannot recommend enough and should be right at the top with best of all time. Anyway, Sin City, never seen it, even though my dad fucking puts his dick in me and says, "You fucking watch Sin City." I mean, not literally puts his dick in me, let's be honest. He didn't do this, but he really wants me to see this movie and he really likes it. I just I just don't find it appealing, to be honest. Stand By Me. Great movie. Great movie, although I don't think it will appeal to everyone because it's really a kids movie. It's not a kids movie because it tackles very dramatic events, but it's not for everyone. But if you watch it, I think you would enjoy it. Star Wars, The Empire Strikes Back. I think never seen. Believe it or not, I have never seen a single Star Wars movie. Believe it or not, I have never seen a Star Wars movie. Not even the horrible prequels, not even the J.J. Abrams, not even the what was his name? I forgot. Anyway, I have seen zero Star Wars movies. Anyway, this may anger you a lot, but I'm just telling you the truth. I am not gonna rate a movie that I've never seen. Okay, moving on. Terminator 2, Judgment Day, great movie. I believe that Arnold Schwarzenegger. His two best movies are Terminator 2 and Predator. These two movies are one of the best of all time. They're so fun, they're so good, and I can't recommend it enough. All of the other movies are just not on this level. He just became too much of an action star. Anyway, The Big Lebowski. Incredible. Listen, listen. I watched The Big Lebowski when I was the most loneliest, the most I wouldn't say depressed because probably I'm the right now I'm the most depressed. But I was most loneliest, and I was literally like the main character, just riding away into the unknown with no idea for tomorrow, no plans for the future, and I just got related to Jeff Bridges' character so much, and the movie is just incredible. John Goodman's supporting character. What was his name? I forgot his name. Donnie. What was Donnie's name? I forgot it. I forgot the actor's name. Anyway, he's too incredible in the movie. All the characters are absolutely a joy to watch and a damn good time. The Birds. Never seen a single Alfred Hitchcock movie, but I've heard it. The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. Never seen it. Let's not waste time. The Green Mile. Incredible. The Green Mile. Oh my god. The Green Mile is such a sad, such a fucking tiresome movie. When you end it, you feel tired. You feel fucking drained. Okay. Anyway, that's what separates it from the best movies of all time, because it's probably not for everyone. But anyway, it's come to the time. The Hurt Locker. Yeah, absolutely best of all time. This movie, you don't need to be a war veteran. You don't need to be a fucking sergeant or a general that has fought in many wars to understand the meaning of this movie. It's an absolutely incredible movie with incredible performance from the main actor, and overall, it's just incredible and incredible shit. It just shows you that sometimes, no matter how hard you try, no matter how hard you really attempt to save someone or save yourself, at the end, it's just pointless. It's just pointless because that's what real life is. You don't choose it. You just take what it represents you and go with it. The Notebook with Ryan Gosling. It's a not bad movie. It's not even close to great. It's just not bad. It's a classic. Everybody has watched it, but I just don't think it should be. I just don't think it should be a great movie. Or compared to these who are in the great tier, I don't think it stands a chance. The Princess Bride. Never seen it, although I may see it someday. John Wayne, The Searchers. Heard of it, never seen it though. Something About Mary. Not bad. I wouldn't put overrated because nobody rates this movie very highly, but it's not bad. It's not a bad movie. Toy Story 2. Cause you got a friend in me. You got a friend in me. Anyway, Toy Story 2. I watched it when I was probably like 6 or 7 years old, and I absolutely loved it. I love all of the Toy Story movies and most of Pixar's masterpieces. Toy Story 1. I would just put it on the same category. Whatever I said about Toy Story 2, just absolutely put it in Toy Story 1 as well. True Romance, never watched it, heard of it though. The Wizard of Oz, never watched it. I know it's crazy, haven't watched it. Paris, Texas, haven't watched it. Is this really it? Is this really it? I can give you so many amazing movies that I can put. Where is Braveheart? Where is Gladiator? These are one of the greatest movies. Where is There Will Be Blood? Where is Lincoln? Where is Gangs of New York? Where are these great movies? There's so many great movies that could have been here, and they're not. Why the fuck? All the list of movies are that I personally watched. So if there's some classics that are missing, it could be because I haven't seen them. These are my favorite movies mixed with some that I really enjoyed, of which add up to the 60 different movies. So there. Oh man, he says sorry at least. Sorry for missing some classics. I can give you so many great movies that I would. Oh look, I would put Gladiator, my favorite movie of all time, into best of all time. I would put Braveheart into the best of all time. I would put Godfather 3, best of all time. Not even Goodfellas, not even Joker. So many great movies. Why did I miss? And there's movies like Paris, Texas. There's movies like Piazza Pororoku. There's movies like Fiddler or fucking unknown movies that nobody's seen. Oh, I'm But from what I seen in front of me, I believe this is the tier list. This is the tier list that was presented to me, and I did the best I could. This is my opinion. Don't get triggered if you don't agree. But at the end of the day, hope you enjoyed it, guys. Love you all. And if you want more of these kinds of tier lists, you just write down in the comments, or I'll decide for myself. But until then, love you all. Stay safe. And I will see you soon. If you wish to, of course. So, goodbye. Till tomorrow. Peace.